Hi guys, I'm with SicMetal. If you're a fan of him and you want to hear some questions, here we go. So SicMetal, how are you, man?
Pretty good. Can't complain. You know how it goes. Just had a whole week off of work. Had to go back today, so I guess I could complain a little. But hey, what can you do?
First question. What is your best toy from the 80s?
It's got to be Transformers. Really, I can't think of anything else that I actually played with in the '80s. I mean, of course, there were other toys. I did play. I had He-Man and I had GI Joe, but nothing gives me fonder memories than Transformers.
Awesome, man. Who's your favorite Transformer?
My favorite Transformer. Well, I'll make that two parts. My favorite Transformer character is Optimus Prime. It's just, he's got unbelievable courage in the face of adversity. So to me, that's what a true hero is. So my favorite toy, though, is G1 Mirage, because that was my very first Transformer. So we have to go to that one. So my favorite toy is G1 Mirage, but my favorite character is Optimus Prime.
Awesome. Optimus Prime's awesome. What music do you like?
Well, as it says metal. I do like most forms of metal. I some rock, a little bit of everything though. But metal is my cup of tea. I've been in several metal and rock bands myself. I'm a bass player, so that's where sick metal comes from. If you actually go to myspace.com/sick metal, that's my latest band, Structural Integrity Compromise, where the sick and sick comes from.
Very cool, I'll check that out. What would you say is the worst film from the 80s is?
The worst film from the 80s. Wow. And there are a lot of bad films from the 80s. Wow. Let's see. That's a tough question. It's a good question though, because like the good ones pop right up in your mind. You kind of block the bad ones out. Let's see, from the 80s, bad films. Oh, I'm gonna have to say any of the Pumpkinhead movies after the first one. They're terrible. The first one was actually, it was an original idea. It was semi-scary. It was cheesy, but it was good for what it was. But I would have to say any of the Pumpkinhead, like Pumpkinhead 2 or any of the rest of them on, they were bad. And same with the Leprechaun movies. Of course, I think all of those were bad. So any kind of really bad, cheesy horror flick that wasn't supposed to be cheesy, that's the way I put it. Because there's some of those horror films that are supposed to be cheesy, and I love those, like Reanimator and stuff like that. But when they're trying to be a mainstream horror flick and they're just terrible, those are the ones I don't like.
I know what you mean, man. What toy line would you like to bring back?
Toy line would I like to bring back from the... Ooh, let's see. Oh, there's so many of them. I would like... I think I would actually like to see Mask come back, but like but a little larger scale, like than the 2.5-inch figures they were. I'd like to see them come in like a 3 3/4-inch figures, kind of GI Joe scale. With the vehicles that transform into other things. I think that would be a cool concept. Or another one that we are actually getting is Thundercats. So that would have been my first choice, but yeah, that is going to happen. So
Thundercats are on the loose.
that's right.
Who's your favorite superhero / villain? It can be anyone.
My favorite superhero is got to be the Green Lantern, the Hal Jordan Green Lantern, because I don't know, he was the most flawed of the Green Lanterns, of the human Green Lanterns anyway. Yet seemed to have the most power and prowess. So to me, that he was my quintessential hero is Hal Jordan, Green Lantern. As far as villains. My favorite villain. You know what? I'm gonna have to go with everybody's favorite villain, the Joker, because he's just sick. He's nuts.
So you're a DC boy then?
I am. I do like Marvel as well. My second favorite, hero is Iron Man. So, and then Captain America is in there too. So I do like Marvel too. It's just I think the best of the best is DC, the Marvel Legends community. But no, I'm not hating Marvel at all. I love Marvel too. So just want to throw that out.
What are your thoughts on the new Transformer movie coming out?
It's just better be good. Um, Revenge of the Fallen, the first time I saw it, I was enamored by it, but I think it was more eye candy than anything else. After watching it a couple times after that, while it's still entertaining, it really not a good movie. I'm just hoping this one's better. Better written and just a better overall movie. And I think the first movie wasn't bad. I mean, it wasn't a great movie standard-wise, but it was a good movie. And I'm hoping at least this lives up to at least that one. But being it is the final chapter, I would like to see it even better. Probably too much to ask, but that's what I'd like to see.
Yeah, you're like me. When I saw it in the cinema, I thought it was amazing. Saw it on DVD. I wasn't too happy about it.
Yeah. A lot of mistakes like the Optimus Prime between the time he sheds the armor off of Jetfire and then he's on the aircraft carrier at the end must have lost 75% of his body weight. There's so many animation errors. There's so many. I don't know. It was just poorly written.
And who would you like to be? Who would you like to see in the movie?
Oh wow. Obviously, like I said, my favorite toy was Mirage. It would have been nice to see a Mirage. Maybe even if that blue Wrecker could be Mirage, that would be cool. I'm really looking forward to Shockwave because he's one of my favorite Decepticons. So I'd like to see Hot Rod, but we'll see if that red Ferrari is Hot Rod. I know there's a rumor going out there that the ambulance is going to be Hot Rod, but that would be really strange. I'm hoping that's Inferno. But, yeah, I'm really looking forward to the movie, but I don't have my hopes set as high as I did when Revenge of the Fallen came out.
Let's just hope Skids and Mudflap gets killed off early.
Yeah, that would be nice.
What's your favourite Transformer episode or film?
Wow. My favorites. I am gonna have to say all parts of Transformers Animated Transwarped. I know there's a lot of people who aren't huge fans of Transformers Animated, but and I gotta admit, season 1 started a little slow, but once it got rolling, it was a great series, and I wish they would have been able to keep going with that series. You look at the Almanac, there was a lot of cool things they had planned for season 4. But yeah, I think it's the beginning of it. Actually, Transwarped is the beginning of season 3, maybe. It's the first episode of season 3 where it's a 3-parter, I believe. That is an amazing episode.
What's the best film you've ever seen?
Wow, best film. My favorite film of all time is My Cousin Vinny, because it just makes me laugh every time I watch it, and I can watch it back to back and still laugh at the same jokes. And that, to me, it makes a funny movie funny. If you can watch it over and over again and still laugh at the same thing.
I'm like that with Step Brothers.
That's a very funny movie as well. But to me, My Cousin Vinny is the movie that they don't really make a lot of movies in the last few years that are actually even funny the first time. So when you can get a movie that's funny and you can watch it over and over and over again, that's what makes a great comedy.
Is there any films that you're looking forward to?
Oh, I am super, super looking forward to Green Lantern. Although I do hope they make the CGI costume a little less garish than the first pictures of it. Hopefully they'll tone that down just a hair. I'm also looking forward to Thor, Captain America, and the Avengers. So I guess those in the next year or so, those are my the 4 movies I want to see the most.
What's your favourite food?
Anything Italian. I'm full-blooded Italian myself, so I just love Italian home cooking. That's hard to narrow it down from there. I'll just say that Italian food in general.
Awesome. And second to last question, who's your favourite actor?
Ooh, favorite actor. Well, if you'd have asked me that in the 80s and the 90s, I would have told you it was Val Kilmer, but he's kind of cooled off. Right now, I'm going to have to give a nod to a guy who's come back from the depth of he kind of fell off for a while. He was a great actor in the early 80s and then just kind of fell off the map. Jeff Bridges is pretty good. I really like him right now.
Awesome. And what's your favourite sport and team in that sport?
My favorite sport is football. My favorite team is the New York Giants.
I'm an Eagles fan, man.
Yeah, you're gonna do without. We'll see how Kevin Cobb does as a quarterback. He's got big shoes to fill. Donovan McNabb was a great quarterback, so we'll see how that goes. I'm not a Philly hater, even though I'm supposed to be because I'm a Giants fan. But we'll see how they go without Donovan.
Awesome, man. So that was SicMetal. Any words?
No, just subscribe to me if you want.